Alright, this will be a video to give you a behind the scenes what actually happens when you enter Iconic Studios. What happens when you enter an agency, because most of the content I see online is made by men for men. Basically men teaching other agencies how to run a proper agency, but you as a creator might sometimes wonder, hey, what would that actually look like? I will give you access behind the scenes now and walk you through exactly what happens week by week so you have more clarity. You can decide for yourself if you ever want to work with us. What it actually looks like when an agency runs your OnlyFans for a month. This is going to be a full breakdown and we'll start with week 1. What you deserve before you decide. So nobody shows what actually happens inside an agency. Again, you only see people. Sometimes they look more low-key, sometimes they're flexing a little bit, sometimes they're really professional, but you only see these people and you don't really know what happens in the day-to-day process. Most agency content is made by men, not made for you. Exactly what I said before. I think out there is loads of content, loads of value, but at the same time it's spoken in the way of just dudes scaling businesses. They talk about ROI, they talk about conversions, and they use a very much like a business lingo, and it's not really broken down in the most easy way to understand, which I want to do for you today. And you need to know what happens to your page, income and life. Exactly. You just have to know what's happening to your page. Very simple. I always think and believe that information and knowledge should be broken down in the most simple way. If you can't digest it, then that's a problem, because once you don't have that clarity, you're going to end up being confused. And again, if you felt scared or confused, this video is for you. So please stick with me. Next one. Why girls don't know what agencies do. Again, it's the content problem. The fear of losing control is the first reason talented creators stay stuck solo. Loads of girls maybe A, been burned, or B, don't want to give up control because they've done it before and their content and their account has been mistreated, which then it's like an immediate trigger point. But also it's scary because it's your livelihood. And bad agencies exist, but fear should not stop you from real support. To be honest, any big celebrity, creator, athlete, movie star, they all have a management for a reason, because at some point you're that big, you can't handle all of the parts of the business yourself. You're the superstar. What do superstars do? They perform. And this is exactly what we built at Iconic. We layered and we have a team for every part of the business, marketing, the chatting, different marketing platforms, just so you don't have to do it, because you are the star. You should be able to just wake up, look at your schedule for the day and just rock and roll with it. Week number 1. Setup and foundation. We're gonna have an audit into your account. We'll check your content on the platform, the unanswered DMs. We find where money is leaking. Imagine a wine barrel. There's many leaks, and regardless if you put in more wine, if you have big leaks, then you'll always lose more than you make, which is messed up, to be honest. So we come in, step in, look where are the leaks, and then we will fix it for you. The most important thing is obviously speed and having a good pricing system, which I will talk about a little bit later. We build everything around your vibe, energy, and what fans already love. That's very important. That we also have an audit with you. We'll talk to you, see what your character is like, and we build the best content system for your character. We don't try and force you to be someone. That never really works. If you just wake up and you always have to get in character. For some, a character works, but again, this is where we talk with each other and find the best content system for you. And then make what you already have cleaner, clearer, more intentional. It's very important. Like, you already probably have content formats that are working. We just have to create them with a little bit more intention. The way you speak, the way your backgrounds look, the way the outfits you have. If you do everything with more intention, then you'll gonna have more virality and an even higher standard. As a result, a real foundation, not a random plan. So you have to fix your account first, do an audit, then check your content and build on that. That's week 1. That's the building a solid foundation. Now, week 2, systems kick in, support systems. Now horchatas will take over. They will reply to every fan. They're fast. They'll have your lingo because we already audited you. So they'll be online 24/7 talking to people. We have editors and clippers that will re-edit your existing content into 10 different posts. So essentially out of one long form post, we'll have multiple short form videos for social media. And then we'll post that consistent, structured, not emotional. That means regardless if you have a bad day or good day, we'll be posting and we'll be making your money. The monetization is unlocked with different kind of bundles we put together that kind of just catch up with price. The price will always get higher, we'll start low, end up high. And this way we'll make sure that we get 90% of the income comes from the PPVs and DMs. So if you make 10% sub earnings, 90% more will be chatting. And if you don't have that ratio, there's still room for improvement. You still show up, you just stop doing every job alone. That's exactly what it is. You just give up a little bit of control, but you gain more clarity and more confidence because you see it working. Week number 3, traffic layout and promos, cross-platform and paid ads. Basically, we layer the traffic. That means that we'll have Facebook supplement in your IG. That means we'll have a TikTok set up to supplement your Instagram, and so on and so on. We have many different traffic platforms that will help growing other traffic platforms, and it all will go hand in hand together. New fans land on a page built to convert, not just to follow. It's also very important because we'll add different content formats. There will always be a format that is meant for the subscriber to push them into the platform. The problem sometimes is you can go viral and you have 50 million views, but almost nobody subscribes because your page is not engineered to convert, and that's exactly also what our team works on. First, real income jump. That's when you see your income jumping from maybe like you're making 2-3K to your first $300, $400 days, which will bump you up to 10K. It's not viral luck, just systems working together. Now, week number 4. Now it gets interesting. Compound interest. Double down on what works, build something that runs without you. Which content performs best and why? We analyze that, our team does it. Which messages converted fans into buyers? Which traffic sources actually pulled? We scale those. Here is just very important to analyze the last 3 to 4 weeks, pick out the bangers and then recreate them and do them better and better and better. And this is how we really blast up your revenue, because it's all about data. It's all about analyzing what works and doing it better. If we know that a certain facial expression for you works well, or the way you make your hair, or the way you look over your shoulder in that moment, then we'll do more of that, and that will ultimately make you even more viral. This is what real scaling looks like. The difference between a creator and a business is looking at the data, doing more of what works, less of what doesn't, and being consistent. And now you actually can be consistent because you don't have to answer messages anymore. You don't have to do everything by yourself. So that already at week 4, you feel really, really well and even more happy and ambitious for the future. Well, that's week 4. At this point, you're already flying. You have your team by your side, having your back. You just need to perform, and you have that compound interest. And now you do the first 10K, and you're already thinking about the next month, how you can achieve even more. If you're ready to stop doing everything alone, we're at Iconic. We're in the business since 4 years. We have a team of A players who want to see you win. If you've been hesitant, if you have been burnt before, I always say, if you want to make it big, you want to have a management, you want to have that because you don't want to do everything by yourself. And if you saw the video and you realize that, you might as well sign with a team of A players that make sure your recent best month is your new baseline. So if you like that video, DM us, DM myself on Instagram with the word start. and we do a completely free audit for you. No pitch, no pressure. We just show you what you can do better. And then we can jump on a call and I can run you through our pages. Of course, only the ones that our creators gave permission to, and you can have a look for yourself. If you liked the video, hit the like button, follow in for more value, and I'll see you in the next one.